Yale offense has really taken advantage of their opportunities so far early in this game. As we mentioned, Machado Rodriguez dominating at the X, getting his team those early possessions, and they've really just been hitting their shots so far earlier in this game and beating Jack Frassian.
Baldwin wins that face-off and is dragged down there by Rodriguez. Penn State will go to the man up unless they score here. Some changes coming from the box right now. Penn State will look to set things up. Matt Costin along that far side. He'll send it over to Jake Morin, and he'll start on the dodge down the alley here. Morin on Johnson. He'll send it low to Malone. TJ Malone, the lefty, wraps around, fires. That one's off the side of the cage. Ball picked up there by Christian Johnson. Whistle blows, and Penn State will go to the man up. And this is an ever important man up right here, Jack. What do you think Penn State needs to do here?
Yeah, they need to really, this is an early opportunity to have a man up, and as we've seen so far this game, they need to get one on the board, or their look to get one on the board. So they really just need to take advantage of this opportunity, get the ball moving, and try and find the open man for an open shot.
One player to watch out for on this man up, Luke Mercer. He's going to be the stretch shooter, and then inside you have Jeb Brenfleck. He'll stir things up in that phalanx. Another shout out to Anish stealing that one. He used it last night. He'll be right in between all those defenders for Yale. Right now it's Brenfleck on that ball along the far side. TJ Malone will be the feeder. He'll work around the entire offensive set here. Getting this shot clock readjusted. Had to put 60 up on it, but here we go for this man-up opportunity for Penn State. It's a 30-second technical call there on Rodriguez for holding. Trainer working with Malone. Malone inside, finds Brenfleck. He scores! Right on cue, Jeb Brenfleck finding the soft spot in the defense, and Penn State is on the board.
Brenfleck had 2 extra man goals last year in New Haven, and he adds another one to his tally with his first goal of the season on this extra man opportunity to get the Nittany Lions on the scoreboard.
Penn State man up, known for its feeders, Grant Ament, now TJ Malone, and you see TJ Malone skip one through the entire defense right there on the replay, and Brenfleck throws a fake and dunks that one home. That's a huge goal for Penn State, maybe a juice goal to keep them in this contest as they trail 4-1. Rodriguez against Baldwin at the stripe again, and Rodriguez back to his winning ways in this game.
He's continuing to dominate at that position so far in this first quarter. As
looks like we got a flag on the field. TJ Malone skipped over the midfield line there when he was trying to ride that face-off win there from Rodriguez, so Penn State will go back to the man down here unless Yale scores. Here's Brandaw on Ross, trying to bulldoze his way through. Slowing things down now. TJ Malone, an attackman, not comfortable being down low on this side of the field. We'll see if Yale can take advantage here. Here's Kibe on Aldridge. Johnny Kibe working his way down low. He's at X. Kibe working out far side. He wraps around, fires. That one's wide of the cage and will skip out of play, but man-up opportunity coming for Yale. You think we're going to see Dave Anderson sitting on the crease right here, Jack?
Yeah, that's his spot. He's a great inside finisher, as just like Jeb Brenfleck for Penn State. So look to see him on that inside role, as Brandaw and Bragg are those other 2 main catalysts on this extra man opportunity.
Couple heavy shooters here. Watch out for Krevsky and Bragg for Yale, 45 and 48. They can fire from range. Cool Brandaw, Kibe, and Anderson filling out the rest of the unit here on this EMO opportunity. 30-second technical call on TJ Malone, and here's Yale working. Bragg, far side, now it's Kibe. Down low to Cool. Feeds it near side, Krevsky. Looking for a skip, but he elects the nearest pass option. Now down low at X. Cool to Kibe. Now Brandaw. Up top, Bragg, step down. That's why the cage backed up by Yale. 2 seconds here on this penalty. Kyle Aldridge is going to be streaming in from the box here for Malone. But here's Bragg, step down. Saved by Frassian, rebound out front. Grabbed up by Frassian, and Penn State will look to clear. Great man down defense there for Penn State, and huge save there for Frassian. It's only his second of the game.
Yeah, the Nittany Lions took advantage of that. Only one shot for the Yale Bulldogs on that opportunity.
Turnover midfield. Here's Brandow. Saved by Frassian. A huge juice save there for the netminder A bad turnover at midfield, but the Penn State netminder, 83% last week, and he's back to his saving ways here.
Amazing save for there on Frassiano, essentially one-on-none with one of the best attackmen in the country, and he was able to win that matchup.
Brandon tried to go low to low there, didn't change planes, and Jack fracked the brick wall from a week ago, stuffed him at the crease. Penn State now down 3 goals still, 6.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter, looking to get another one on the scoreboard here with Jake Morin. Looks like we have too many offsides here on Penn State, 7 over the midline. Here's the save once again from Frassian. Bad turnover though from Penn State there. Great save by Frassian once again on that replay. But here's Yale now on the offensive side of the field. Carson Cool slowing things down. I mean, that's just a stupid error there from Penn State, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, you can't have those early in this game, especially the way it has gone so far in this fourth quarter. Penn State's going to need to clean those up.
On the far side, it's Boudreaux. Slowing things down, he finds Montfort. Now the ball's working its way around the box here for Yale. Brandoff out front, finds Moynihan. He fakes a pass, now finds Cool at the Big Ten logo. Playing some catch up top. Here's Anderson, step down, saved by Frassian. Ground ball scooped up by Costa. He's tripped up there, and flag comes screaming through the sky, and Penn State will go back to the EMO, and they scored on the first one, and they need another one here to get back in this game, Jack.
Yeah, this could be a big extra man opportunity as they look to move 1 goal closer to that, to the Yale Bulldogs. As they capitalize on their first one, they will look to do the same again on the second opportunity.
Big opportunity here, 5.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Penn State 1 for 1 on the MO in this contest right now against Yale. First one scored by Jeb Brenfleck. He worked his way inside, found a soft spot in the defense, but here's TJ Malone. At the Nittany Lion logo, at midfield, Dave Anderson called for that penalty there. Looked like a push on him. He'll sit for 30 seconds. Brenfleck down low, long, now Trainer. Penn State working around the box here, trying to find a soft puck. Here's Trainer, jump shot, saved by Paquette. Ground ball picked up by the Yale defense by Pisano. 10 ground balls in his last contest, and he's scooping it up like a Roomba once again. Here comes Yale, it's Stuzen. Skipping down into the box, 15 seconds remaining, or not 15, my apologies, 1 second remaining, solved the number, not the time, but here's Cool. EMO killed, Yale back to full strength. Anderson back onto the field. Cool. Matched up with Scarfy, waiting for all the personnel to get on the field. Now it's Hackler, top of the box. Will work his way down low. Krevsky, far side Kaib, back to Krevsky. Skip pass, Anderson, Kaib. Nobody wanting to shoot here for Yale. Krevsky. Penn State working a zone, it looks like. Feed out front, misses everybody from Brandaw. And Pisano can't get to that ball in time to keep it over the line. That's a turnover here from Yale. Flag was down on the play though, so Yale going back to the man up here.
It looked like the Penn State player had a slash on that play. Might have gotten the Bulldog on the head, so the Yale will go to the extra man early, or a 1 minute extra man opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Brendan Leary called for that slash. Minute-long opportunity here for Yale to extend this league back to 4 goals. Cool working low with Kaib. Anderson now feeds out front, picked off by Ross momentarily, but Yale gets their paws back on that ball. Feed out front, Brandaw can't handle. Cool fires that one, skips wide of the cage, backed up by Anderson. 43 to work with on the man up. Anderson fakes the pass, works his way from south to north. Yale spinning around the box here. Cool fires. That one saved by Frassian. Rebound picked up by Cool. He feeds out front. Step down opportunity. Bragg high and wide of the cage there. 27 on the man up. Yale spinning the ball well, getting some good looks here on this opportunity. Brandaw surveying, feeding, working near side here. Now it's Cool. Krevsky to Bragg. Far side, Brandaw. Yale waiting for their opportunity, trying to pick their way through this Penn State defense. Krevsky to Bragg. Far side, Anderson fires. He scores! Dave Anderson, high to low, picks the bottom corner, and Yale's lead is back to 4 here.
Anderson gets his second of the afternoon as he beats Frasium just as that extra man opportunity was about to expire. So the Bulldogs are able to extend their lead to 4 with the extra man opportunity.
Dave Anderson taking every chance he has with this opportunity to play in the starting attack with Lyons and Johnson down. And he may be taking Matt Randolph's spot when he graduates. That's his second of the game, his 9th of the season, and he is firing on all cylinders for this team. Machado Rodriguez back at the face-off stripe, going up against Baldwin. Baldwin unable to pick up that ground ball. Still a battle for it, and Baldwin finally gets his paws on it. Trainer will slow things down. That's a huge face-off right there for Penn State, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, Penn State has been struggling to win these early face-offs so far in this first quarter, so huge to get a possession with after the Yale extra man opportunity last possession.
Here's Morin working down the alley. Sends it down low to Malone. TJ Malone dodging his way through the defense, playing the two-man game here with Morin. These two love to play with each other, have a lot of chemistry. Morin working back down low to Malone. He'll wrap his way over goal line extended and feed. Now it's Costin. Heavy right-handed shooter. Elects to pass it off, and Penn State will work their way back below goal line extended. Here's Trainer to Morin. Can't quite find him. On the pass, ball loose on the carpet, picked up by Morin. Slowing things down. 24 to attack here for Penn State. Shot clock slowly ticking down. Here's Morin once again on the invert. Draws a slide. Shot out front by Long. Saved by Paquette. Huge save there. And Yale looking to clear now. This Penn State ride has been huge in recent games, but so far unable to cause any turnovers in this one. And Yale able to skip over the midline here. Huge pressure being shown by Ryan O'Connor, but Johnny Kibe slowing things down, and Yale escapes to see another offensive possession here, Jack.
Yeah, Paquette with a great save there on the Ethan Long opportunity, right on the doorstep there. Paquette is looking for his first career win against the Nittany Lions, and he's sure playing like he once did today.
Yale spinning the ball around the box once again. Krevsky, low to Cool. Now at X. Randolph feeds out front. Cool. No option inside. Finds Krevsky. He scores! Max Krevsky, a quick stick goal from him. And Yale's up to a 6-1 lead here at Panzer Stadium in the first quarter.
The Bulldogs are marching into Panzer Stadium and taking the Nittany Lions by surprise so far in this first quarter. A great inside finish there by Krevsky, the heavy right-handed shooter, and off a great feed from Cool.
Krevsky, formerly committed to Delaware, the Harrisburg, PA native, scoring probably in front of his family and friends that may be in attendance for this game this afternoon. And this Yale attack looks like it won't be stopped all afternoon. There's a replay. Krevsky got dumped onto the carpet there on that goal, but he doesn't care. He scored. Trainer fire, saved by Paquette. Rebound out front. Ground ball's loose. Nobody can get their hands on it. It's a huge battle, and Yale comes away with it. It's Michael Alexander. And once again, Yale slowing things down. They're going to clear the ball here, get another chance to go down and score a goal and bring this 6-1 lead to a 7-1 lead, but they've got 5 seconds to clear over the midline. Alexander far side, looking for anything and everything. Fires coast to coast, looking for Brandaw. That pass unable to be caught by Brandaw, and it's a turnover by Yale. Penn State 45 seconds to work with here before the quarter expires. They've got to get something going quick here, but it all starts with the clear.
Great play by Ross there to dismantle the stick of Brandaw on that long pass by the Yale defender to force that turnover.
Here's Grant Haas, slowly working his way down the alley. The defensive midfielder does have the green light to stay on both sides, but primarily focuses on the defensive side of the ball. 15 to attack here for Penn State. Matt Trainer working the short stick, draws a slide, tries to wrap around at X. He's being hounded by Pisano. That ball hits the carpet. Trainer Can't quite pick up the ground ball, and he's pushed down. That ball's out of play, but possession reattained by Penn State. Feed out front, behind the back shot from Malone. The clock ticks down past 0, and that's the end of the first quarter here from Panzer Stadium. Yale leads 6-1 over Penn State, and they've been firing on all cylinders on offense.
Even against the Nittany Lions, he added a goal in that game, so no stranger to the field, but they'll look to continue to dominate with Ramsey at the X.
He wins his first face-off, bringing the Yale total to 6 wins, 3 losses. And Yale will look to score another one here. They've been on fire all afternoon long on offense. Cool, far side, works it to Hackler. Slowing things down, now it's Kibe near side. Penn State, the defense has played solid at some points, and at other points have been beaten bad. Like right here, Kresge, step down, he scores. Max Kresge adds his second of the game, and Yale, they've got 7 on the board. Penn State only 1, and things are getting scary here for Jeff Tambroni's team.
Kresge was able to get by his short stick defender there. Looked like it was John King in coverage. Kresge was able to get his right hand free and take advantage of that one to extend this Bulldog lead.
That was actually Kresge's 3rd of the game. My apologies there on that one. His 7th of the season. He's firing on all cylinders, and it starts with John King overextending there, and Kresge just steps into one. Too much time, too much space, and Yale leads by 6 now. Ramsey back out to take this face-off. It could be make it, take it for Yale, but clean win by Baldwin, scooping it back to Haas. And Penn State may have an opportunity to set something up here on the offensive side of the ball here.
The Bulldogs are currently on a 3-goal run in this game, so Penn State, they're going to look to get back into this one and decrease this Bulldog lead.
Jake Morin likes to work the invert, has inverted a few times this game already, but ball starts to spin its way around the box. Now far side, it's Ethan Long. That's costing my apologies. Here's Malone, taking the pick from Morin. He'll fire. Little twister there wide of the cage. Good pick by Morin, draws a flag, and Penn State will go back to the EMO.
They'll look to have the same outcome as their first EMO opportunity and their only goal of the game so far. Look for the Nittany Lions to try and take advantage of this opportunity.
1 of 2 on the afternoon are the Nittany Lions on the extra man opportunity. It all starts with TJ Malone. He'll work his way from the wing to the top, wherever he feels most comfortable in this set. Try to find anybody for a shooting option around this box, but right now on the far side, it's Matt Traynor. It's a 1-minute penalty there on Michael Alexander, a key component to this man-down unit. So we'll see if Penn State can take advantage of him being in the box. Malone, now near side Jordan. Skips it back to Malone, but that's a bad pass low. Malone can't handle it, and Yale takes the ball the other way. It's Pisano. Good ride by Malone, though. He chops that one free. Brinfleck picks up the ground ball. Is knocked to the floor. That ball hits off a Bulldog stick and goes out of play. Penn State needs to slow things down. 38 seconds on the man up.
Great play in the ride there, as we've talked about early and often so far in this game. Penn State's ride played a huge component in their win against Navy last weekend. Played another role there in that one.
With so much craziness on the field to open this quarter, Coach Tambroni's going to take his second timeout of the half. And with the timeout on the field, we're going to take a timeout up here in the booth. You're watching Penn State Men's Lacrosse here on Big Ten Plus. .38 seconds remaining on the extra man opportunity here for Penn State. They're 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And along the far side, it's Luke Mercer looking to start things off once again for the Nittany Lions. Ball works its way down low. Now it's TJ Malone near side. Hidden ball trick with Jordan. He feeds inside. Traynor fires. Saved by Paquette. A little trickery there from Penn State. Doesn't pay off. Huge save from Paquette. And Hackler will look to clear.
Really great opportunity for Traynor in the middle of the field. Was able to get his hands open off that Malone feed, but just was not able to capitalize as Paquette made the great save.
10 seconds remaining on the penalty. Brandaw will just kill it off himself from this near side alley. The Alexander penalty has expired. Yale back to even strength here. And here's Hackler. 2 on the day already. We'll slow things down and find Kibe. Yale likes to attack quick in their offensive sets. Want to get a ton of shots. A lot of high quality shots too, not just quantity. but we'll see what they have on this look here. Krevsky and Bragg on the field. Far side is School. Now Bragg works it to Kibe. Yale doing a great job of spinning the ball around the box here. Now it's Anderson. Working to the top, Krevsky. Back to Anderson. Has no shooting lane, so he'll continue to spin the ball along. Cool now. Working on Aldridge, the short stick. He finds Kibe. Kibe, skip pass, step down, fire, Bragg, wide of the cage. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Yale's got to put something on cage quick here. If Brandaw has no opportunity to pass to anybody, he'll just fire it to the far corner, make it harder for Penn State to clear here. But here's Brandaw. Looking, surveying, fires a skip pass through the defense and through everybody else. That ball skips out of play. Good defensive set there from the Nittany Lions.
Great start early in the second quarter for the Nittany Lions defense. They get an early stop as they look to move from defense to offense and get this clear as the Nittany Lions try to get back into this one.
Frassian finds Morin, and Penn State able to clear over the midline here. TJ Malone working alongside this wing, not playing at that X attack role that we see him play sometimes. Peden's filling that spot. Malone loves to attack from the wing, thinks of himself as a shooting guard, loves to slash through defenses, played basketball growing up, was actually committed to Amherst Division III school to play both lacrosse and basketball. Feed out front, it's long, has no options, so he'll work his way below GLE before finding Trainer. Trainer matched up with a short stick. Had 5 last year when they played Yale when he was running out of the box, match up with the short stick all game, but so far unable to find any success today. Now it's Morin. Pass far side. Evades Trainer's stick, and another bad pass resulting in a turnover here for the Nittany Lions, and Yale bailed out once again on defense.
Another turnover for this Nittany Lions offense as that accumulates to a couple now early in this second quarter as they need to clean this up. They want to work to get back into this game against Yale.
Bragg works easily by McVicker. Now it's Kibe. Gets top side, can't find a shooting lane. Yale looking to add another to their tally this afternoon, and it's Matt Brandaw, a likely candidate to do so. But the ball continues to spin around. Bragg works it to Kibe. Down low Anderson. Yale spinning the ball once again. Brandaw at X, feeds out front. Cool. Fakes the shot. Now it's Anderson. Back to Cool. They're playing catch. Now down low to X, Brandaw. Working his way from X, matched up with the LSM, Ryan O'Connor. Skip pass, step down shot, Bragg fire, saved by Frassian. A race to the end line, one by Cool there, and the reset of the shot clock for Yale.
Yale's going to get another full possession here as that one hit off Frassian off a good step-down shot from Bragg as Yale gets another full 60.
Penn State working a zone, it looks like, out here right now. That's why we're seeing so many interesting matchups. Pass down low, Brandaw working his way over GLE, and he scores. Matt Brandaw introduces himself to the Penn State home crowd here and silences it once more. Yale leads 8-1 now.
Great play by Brandaw, kind of taking advantage of that early slide, early movement by that Penn State defense, and was just able to get past GLE and get that one by Frassian.
Great look there on the replay. Brandaw works his way over, fires and scores, and Yale's just dominating everything right now. Up 8-1 here on enemy turf, controlling every aspect of the game. Face-off violation from Colby Baldwin, and Yale will look to work quickly. Hackler feeds Krevsky. Krevsky working his way in, feeds low. Shot from Cool, that's wide of the cage, backed up by Brandaw.
Great early opportunity off the face-off violation for the Bulldogs as Cool got a great chance right there on the doorstep.
Yale's just owning everything right now, Jack. I mean, it's too easy for them. I mean, that's what you can say. Just watching this game, they've had easy looks at goal. They're spinning the ball way too easy, making every opportunity count right now. Here's Hackler, far side. Bragg works it low to Brandaw. Here's Anderson working for topside. He fires. His bouncer skips wide of the cage, backed up by Brandaw. Brandaw once again, working from X. Doesn't draw the slide. It's a free look for him once again, and he capitalizes. Matt Brandaw, back-to-back goals, and Yale leads 9-1, but a crease violation crunches that one away. It's only 8-1. My apologies. Didn't see the signal at first, but Yale unable to add another to that lead. Unfortunate turn of events there for Brandaw, and Yale, I mean, they have that goal. I think this game's pretty much over, but Penn State a chance to maybe claw their way back into it. It all starts with one. You got to build one possession after another possession here. We'll see what they can do. Here's Wallstrom. Rolling off his defender, a tackler, plays both sides of the ball. When he stepped foot on Yale's campus his freshman year, people told Coach Shea that Patrick Hackler would be a captain of this team. Aldridge far side turns it over. Great defense there from Bragg. And Penn State unable to capitalize on that crease violation from Yale moments ago.
We talked about it last possession, and we're talking about it again. Another turnover for this Nittany Lions offense, as they want to get back into this one, as Yale holds a 7-point lead, 7-goal lead, I should say. They need to clean those up, as they need to get offensive possessions.
Here's Cool at X. Takes a pick from Brandaw. Cool, wrapping around, fires. That one's well wide of the cage, backed up by the Bulldogs once again. Coach Shea directing traffic from the sidelines, trying to get his offense to set things up the way he likes it. Here's Kibe, working downhill down the alley. Can't quite work to the inside. That ground ball scooped away by Anderson. Great ground ball from him there. He won't get tallied for it, but he made a play on it. It's that box background once again. He's so good in tight, makes plays when plays shouldn't be made. Here's Boudreau, splitting from left to right. He's got topside on Haas. Haas works his way back into good defensive positioning there, though. Brandaw, up top, Monfort, sweeping across, decides to pass it off. 15 on the shot clock here for Yale. It's Brandaw, working his way on Ross. Question mark there, that one off the side of the cage. Frasian picks up the ground ball, and Penn State will look to clear.
Great defensive possession by the Nittany Lions, forcing a couple early missed passes and early missed opportunities by the Bulldogs as Penn State moves into their offensive zone.
Surprised there's no flag right there for that push from Anderson. Anderson drafted 10th round to the London Knights in the Ontario Hockey League. That's Canadian Major Junior Hockey. He's got a background in the sport, loves to throw his weight around. Also contributing is that box background he has as well. Here's Penn State, though. It's TJ Malone working on Michael Alexander. He'll take a pick from Long. The big little game paying into effect here for Penn State as Malone gets the switch on the short stick. Malone wrapping around. He scores! TJ Malone reawakes this crowd, and Penn State now only trails by 6.
This Penn State offense needed a spark, and they turned to their captain for one. TJ Malone is able to get his left hand free, and against the short stick, that's game over. That's a matchup Penn State is willing to take every single time. As you see, Malone able to get to that left hand, get over top of his defender, and put that one past pocket.
TJ Malone, too easy there for him. Anytime he gets matched up with the short stick, his eyes get wide, and he wants it to be automatic. He wants to score goals any opportunity he can get. Face off, won by the Bulldogs once again. They're controlling the dot. That's why they're controlling the lead on the scoreboard right now as well. Malone, 4th place career goals all time in Penn State history. That's goal number 111. He's still 8 away from that 3rd place spot, but the way he's played this season, he'll likely take that spot over. But everybody knows the leader in this clubhouse here at Penn State is Mac O'Keefe. And Jack, you're a huge fan of his.
Yeah, I grew up watching Mac from his time as a true freshman all the way through to when he graduated. He's one of the most pure shooters in the game today, and he holds obviously that NCAA record as well as that Penn State record, and is a terrific shooter like DJ.
Max Krevsky got bullied up there, and he draws a flag. Yale scooping out the second line midfield here. It's Moynihan working it low to Brandaw. Pass out front, Cool. Working downhill on Scarfy. He'll pass. Near side, Anderson can't quite get his hands on it. That ball slides out of play, and Yale will go to the man up here.
Bulldogs have had 2 extra man opportunities, or 3, so far in this game, and they capitalized on their first one of the ball game, so they will look to do much of the same here on this opportunity.
One thing to note, TJ Malone, a goal and an assist on the game. I mean, he's been the lone bright spot on the offense for Penn State, but right now it's up to the defense to keep this game manageable for the offense. JB Strachan out there with Alex Ross, Sam Sweeney, and Will Costin. Strachan, the man down specialist. Grant Haas in the middle of this box and 1 defense here. Yale spinning it around. 1-minute opportunity here for them. Step down, Bragg. That's blocked out front by Ross, and will skip into the far corner, out of play. Backed up, though, by Cool.
Bragg is a heavy stretch shooter and can really space this extra man unit out for the Bulldogs, and it's a threat from anywhere he is on the field.
Cool on that far side, below GLE, finds Anderson near side. Anderson, top to Bragg, now far side Krevsky. Yale doing a good job of making the Penn State defensive players work here. Brandaw inside Anderson. He'll turn and fire. That one just wide of the cage. A great look there from Anderson. Quick hands on display there.
That's his bread and butter. He loves, as we've talked about, that background, that box background. He loves those in tight spaces and was almost able to capitalize on that one.
Kibe, near side, finds Anderson. He fires, saved by Frasian. Ground ball picked up by Haas, and Penn State will look to clear. 10 seconds remaining on this man down. Penn State has to cross the midline within the next 13. Strachan working it through to Frasian. Penn State 5 to clear, 4 to clear, 3 to clear. Frasian, no options, works it sideline. There's more, and Penn State clears just in time. 3:45 in this first half remain, and Penn State looking to add another. TJ Malone, the most recent goal for the Nittany Lions. Here's Long, working on Kibe. Kibe, the offensive midfielder, going to work the big little once again here, try to get TJ on Kibe. But here's Malone, wrapping around GLE, fires a pass out front. Peden fakes a shot, fires that one high and wide of the cage.
Great look there for Peden as he was able to fake and get that left hand free, just put it over the crossbar, off the mark.
Got a timeout here from Coach Shea. Smart timeout by him. He had a couple offensive players stuck out on the field, and with the timeout on the field, we're going to take one up here in the booth. You're watching Penn State Men's Lacrosse here on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Panzer Stadium. Yale leads 8-2 between this contest with the Bulldogs and the Nittany Lions. TJ Malone, the most recent goal for Penn State, as Penn State's on the attack. And Jack, what does Penn State need to do to get another here?
Yeah, early on in this first half, they've been a little sloppy on the offensive end, a couple turnovers, about 6 so far in this game. So they need to clean that up if they want to be able to get clean looks on net.
Here's Malone wrapping around GLE, saved by Paquette. Ground ball is loose. Nobody has claimed it yet. Costin scooping it along, trying to find a teammate, but it's picked up by Yale, and they'll come the other way. Here's Johnson, streaming down Main Street. He'll pass it over to Brandaw. Fired from Anderson. That's wide of the cage, backed up by Cool.
The Bulldogs really like to play with pace as an offense, and that was an example of that. They were able to get the fast break to Brandaw, who was able to get it to Anderson for that quick look.
Here's Cool, working behind the cage, taking a pick from Anderson. Cool, matched up with Ross. He'll move it along. Here's Moynihan. Moynihan down the alley, sends it low to Brandaw. Now Hackler. Hackler, a little jump and a skip there before moving it along. Yale trying to find a lane here on the offensive side of the ball. Moynihan down low. Brandaw. Now's Cashian. Things slowing down here for Yale. Not quite finding any lane to attack right now. 20 on the shot clock. Brandaw working. Skips a pass through. Shot out front. Moynihan scores. What a feed, Matt Brandaw and Patrick Moynihan or Peter Moynihan, my apologies, adds another to the tally. Yale now leads 9-2.
Moynihan, a converted attackman, one of the highest rated in this Yale freshman class coming out of high school, but running out of the box this year to help this team out, and has really showed on that one. Look at that pass by Brandaw, was able to get his hands free and find a cutting Moynihan for the quick finish right there on the crease.
Peter Moynihan adds his first goal of his career, and it's a big one too because it extends the lead back to 7, and the way Yale has been playing make it take it Lacrosse here this afternoon, the lead will only skyrocket. Baldwin at the face-off stripe with Ramsey. Baldwin won the clamp and got tripped up. No flag thrown. Looks like Cool extended over the box there before possession was gained. That will result in a turnover, and Penn State will look to clear. Inside 2 minutes here from Panzer Stadium. First half action dwindling away here. Penn State stagnant on offense all afternoon up to this point. A lot of errant passes, shots missing high and wide of the cage, turnovers that have been unforced. But here's Morin working the invert on Johnson. Morin taking a pick from Malone, trying to work the two-man game. Now it's Malone, matched up with Alexander. Malone rolling away from him. Doesn't quite get the pick there from Long before passing along to Trainer. Trainer working inside, heel jump shot. That's saved. Malone can't get his hands around it from the carpet. Ball hits the turf once again, but it's picked back up by Yale. They'll look to clear here with Christian Johnson. Johnson over the midline, breaks through Costin's stick, and Brandaw will slow things down here. One last opportunity on the attack. Shot clock not in effect anymore here for Yale. So Brandaw and this team will look to probably take the last shot of this half.
Bulldogs have done a tremendous job so far in this first half, clearing the ball, getting them those possessions, and as we've seen, their offense has been taking advantage of them.
Krevsky and Bragg play and catch along that far side. Here's Bragg. Matched up with McVicker. This matchup favors Bragg. He's a little bit quicker than McVicker, a little bit bigger, stronger. He'll likely initiate the offense here. 20 seconds on the clock. Here's Bragg working downhill. He'll send it low to Cool. Now Brandaw. On Ross, he'll take a pick from Kibe. Now it's Kibe. He'll fire. Saved by Frasian. 8 on the clock here. Frasian just looking to pass it over, and that'll do it for the first half as Costin off. Very important between Baldwin and Rodriguez. Ramsey and Rodriguez splitting time this game so far, so Rodriguez is coming back in a little bit cold. We'll see if Baldwin can maybe win it, but nope. It's all Rodriguez once again. Dominant all afternoon, but good stick work there from Baldwin to cause a turnover. And Penn State now looking to clear.
That is the exact thing that the Nittany Lions wanted to do to start off this first half. Get that first possession and hopefully get one on the scoreboard.
Scarfy finds Haas. And Penn State now will look to get the offense started hot out of the gates here in the second half. Morin out of their straining box will work his way down the alley. Morin loves to invert from X, but he'll elect to pass to Malone. Malone rolls away from Alexander, passes it along. Long fires, saved by Paquette. Backed up though by Long.
Long thrives in those opportunities close to the net and in those inverts. So look for Penn State to continue to look at those matchups.
Here's Long. Crossing over GLE. He'll skip a pass through to Peden. Peden to Morin. 45 on the shot clock to work with for Penn State. Malone at X. Working on Alexander once again. He'll wrap over. Feed out front. Costin, step down. That's wide of the cage. Huge opportunity there for Costin. He can't pay that one off. Now it's Trainer. Jitterbugging his way through. He'll fire a shot on cage. Saved by Paquette. That will draw a reset. A fresh new 60 for Malone to work with here from X. Malone wrapping around once again. He'll fire. He scores! TJ Malone willing this team along. And Penn State only trails by 6 now.
Malone gets his second of the afternoon as he is able to get by this Yale defender, as we're going to take another look at this one, as TJ Malone thrives in his ability to get to his left hand. And you see him get by Michael Alexander of Yale and get that left hand free, and from there, it's game over.
TJ Malone, every time we talk to him, he tells us this is his favorite team to play because they ended his freshman year in the national tournament. Partially because Yale had a guy named T.D. Erlin that won just about every face-off in those games that they played against Penn State. But TJ Malone loves playing the Bulldogs, loves beating the Bulldogs, and only wants to do so. But here come the Bulldogs the other way. Good swim move out front, but that pass sails high over the stick of Anderson, and Yale turns it over once again.
Great early possession play there by Jack Monfort of Yale to get that open shot, but just was able to go wide on that pass.
Scarfy brings it over the midline and finds O'Connor. Penn State will look to get some offensive personnel on the field. Costin at that center logo. Swings it over to Long, and here comes Morin out of the change. He'll work his way down the alley. Morin gets some space. He finds Malone. Malone scores! TJ Malone is on fire, and Penn State cuts the lead down to 5.
TJ had 3 last year in New Haven, and he has 3 once again here in Happy Valley. TJ Malone is willingly pulling this team along. His 3 of the 4 goals this afternoon as he is driving this Penn State offense back into this game.
And there's the quick stick look once again, and Malone has found himself on the score sheet, on the stat sheet for all 4 goals, 3 goals and an assist in this game. The captain willing his team along, shooting energy, injecting energy into the crowd. But a face-off violation there from Colby Baldwin will give Yale the ball once again.
And another play again for the Bulldogs as Rodriguez is able to get Baldwin to take that face-off violation that could play a part later in this half.
Here's Cool. Yale working their offensive personnel onto the field. Now it's Krevsky to Bragg. Bragg working downhill on Aldridge. We'll move the ball along here. The Bulldogs doing a great job of just getting topside. Here's Kibe. Work it to Bragg. Bragg sweeping through. Finds Anderson. Yale slowing it back down once again, but here's Cool. Working, trying to get topside. Inside roll through Scarfy. Big save by Frasian. That ground ball scooped up by the netminder. And another big stop there from the Penn State defense.
Yeah, huge inside stop by Frasian. Cool was able to get his hands free. Throw a little twister there on crease, but Frasian stood there like a brick wall and was able to come up with the save on that one.
Aldridge able to clear over the midline, and Penn State once again trying to work this offense. It's been all TJ Malone all afternoon. Somebody else needs to step up and help out the graduate captain.
Yeah, all points coming from TJ today, and no points so far out of this midfield unit for the Nittany Lions that we have seen a lot of productivity out of early in the season, so look for that to change in the second half.
Feed out front, Long scores! Jake Morin out of the box finds his teammate, and Penn State cuts the lead down to 4.
And as I was talking about it, Ethan Long must have heard me up from the press box. He gets on the board for his first of the game, and he thrives in those quick on-crease situations as he catches that one off the feed from Morin and is able to capitalize.
Down below us in the stands, fans are starting to get up on their feet. They're clapping and cheering. The energy back here in Panzer Stadium. Yale still leads by 4 here, but things are going all Penn State in the second half here. Rodriguez wins the face-off pretty cleanly there. He'll scoop it along to Malley. And here's Hackler. Yale looking once again to just get their offensive personnel on, and then they'll attack quickly like they have all afternoon here. Boudreau down the alley, draws a slide from Costin. Inside, Hackler has a short stick in Leary. They may look to get him activated. Anderson also has a shorty. But here's Boudreaux. Working down low, he finds Brandaw. Brandaw over GLE. Bullying his way through. Fires a shot high and over the cage. Backed up, though, by Cool. Cool matched up with Scarfy. Resets here. Under 40 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to work with if you're Yale. Cool. Showcasing his speed. Steps into one. Fires. That's why the cage backed up by Hackler.
Cool, known as one of the main lefties, or one of the only lefties on this offense. So when he got his hands free there, his eyes got big, but was unsuccessful on that one as it just went a little wide left.
25 on the shot clock. Here's Brandaw. Brandaw working on Ross. He'll fire. Saved by Frassian. Rebound out front. Picked up by Scarfy momentarily. Anderson gets his paws on it. He'll fire wide. That's backed up by Frassian. Great hustle there. And Penn State gains possession back.
Great extra play there by Jack Frassian, diving towards the end line to get that possession back for the Nittany Lions.
The netminder keeping his team in it. 10 saves here this afternoon. It hasn't been the prettiest of games for him, but he's at 55% in between the pipes. Penn State able to clear, and here's the midfield unit once again. Costin works it far side to Long. He'll dodge down the alley. Long to Malone. Malone now on that far wing. We'll send it back low to Long. May see some two-man action here. Long tries to take a pick there from Malone. Not the best pick, though, so they'll have to rework their set here. Now it's Traynor. Down below GLE, working his way to X. He's got Hackler, the short stick. Matt Traynor trying to get by the captain of this Bulldogs team. Draws a slide from Pisano. Pass out front. Costin, lefty. He scores! Matt Costin, the known righty, finds a left-handed goal, and Penn State is clawing their way back into this contest. Yale now leads only 9-6.
Penn State's midfield has really started to work themselves into this ball game in the last couple possessions. Ethan Long got the one goal last possession, and Matt Costin there. As Hayden said, he's usually a right-handed shooter, but is able to get his left hand free on this one and put that low and away past Paquette.
Matt Costin shooting energy through this building once again, or this stadium, may I say, and Baldwin wins the faceoff. Colby Baldwin, 1 goal on the season. He fires his bouncer just high over the cage, backed up by Peden. Peden now to Malone. Penn State getting those offensive midfielders on the field. Jake Morin with it on that far side wing. We'll work it up top. Here's Wallstrom dodging on Johnson. Down low, here's Malone. Rolling away from Alexander. Malone takes the pick from Wallstrom before working it back. Wallstrom wrapping around, fires that one off the post. Rebound picked up by Malone. He'll slow things back down. Fresh 60 to work with here if you're Penn State. Wallstrom once again wrapping around. He'll jump out front. Saved by Paquette. That's a huge one there. Jared Paquette had been beaten multiple times. A good ride there from Malone. Malone out front. Peden. Fake. Fake again. He scores! Will Peden throws 2 fakes and dunks one home past Paquette. Great ride from TJ Malone, and Penn State cuts the lead down to 2.
Great play by TJ Malone in the open field there. Read the defender's swim move and was able to force the turnover. And that, we've talked about it in this game already. Penn State's ride has played a huge part in this early season success, and it has again played a part in this game today. On that one, Peden gets his hands free and scores that one. Baldwin's won a couple early so far in this second half, so he'll look to continue to do much of the same.
My apologies, they trotted Ramsey out on the field, and he wins the faceoff. Ramsey owned Baldwin there in the second quarter. Back out on the field, winning faceoffs right away once again. Now it's Hackler at that Big Ten logo. Yale trotting their offensive personnel onto the field. Kibe dodging downhill. Gets his hands free. He'll fire. That shot skips wide of the cage. Almost takes out Cool, who was at X there. He backs it up. Yale has plenty of time to attack. 58 on the shot clock here. Cool working on Scarfy. Been a pretty even matchup all afternoon long. Scarfy bullying Cool this possession, though, forcing the pass it's Krevsky. Rolling away from Aldridge. He'll pass it along. Brandel inside. Cool. That one off the crossbar. No good. Rebound out front. Anderson dunks it home. Dave Anderson climbs the ladder and slams it into the back door. And Yale extends the lead back to 3.
That was just a heads-up play by the Bulldogs right there. That first shot went off the pipe and went down and popped up into the air, and Anderson was able to find that in the air and get that quick finish past Frasian. And it looked like Frasian did not even know where the ball was on this one. So we take a second look here.
Anderson displaying the vertical right there, climbing the ladder, dunking it home. Put Frasian on a poster right there. Yale leads 10-7 here, 7.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Face-off between Baldwin and Ramsey, won by Baldwin. It's a huge face-off there as Penn State looks to attack once again. It's Malone far side. He'll work it low to Peden. Will Peden, Maddox working his way from far side to near side. Play slows down here with Mac Costin. Costin scored that left-handed goal when he swept from right to left. He's a known righty. Doesn't elect to go to his left hand often, but today he showcased that he still has a left hand. He's not only right-handed here. Now it's Long. From below GLE, who'll fire a pass out front. Trainer, step down, he scores! Matt Trainer is awake, he's alive, and he's loud. A huge goal there from 22, and Penn State brings it back to within 2 goals.
Yeah, Trainer scoreless up until this point, and he put that one high where Grandma keeps the cookies. He stepped into this one and had unlimited time and room, and as good as a shooter Matt Trainer is, the Yale defense cannot be giving those opportunities to the Nittany Lions, as he will make them pay.
Trainer had 5 last year against the Bulldogs, gets his first of the afternoon here. Baldwin and Ramsey duking it out at the faceoff dot once again. This one won by Ramsey. It's been high-paced offensive action all third quarter long here between these two teams. Hackler, near side here, working on Aldridge. Can't quite get underneath him, so he skips off and passes it along to Cool. Fresh on the change. Here's Bragg, sweeping across. Bragg. My apologies, that's Krevsky, and Krevsky scores again. Max Krevsky on fire all afternoon, and the lead is back to 3 for Yale.
Krevsky gets his 4th of the ball game. Has been a major threat coming out of the box for that Bulldog unit, midfield unit, as they have started to kind of shun or silence this Panzer crowd.
It was 5 straight for Penn State to open the quarter. Now it's been a Yale goal, Penn State goal, and Yale goal once again for 8 goals in this quarter alone. Unbelievable offensive display. Chase Mullins loses the faceoff to Rodriguez, and here comes Yale once again. We're starting to see a little bit of gamesmanship between these two coaches, Coach Jeff Tambroni and Coach Andy Shea, matching up their faceoff guys for what they like between the two, what they showcase. Rodriguez and Mullins, power guys, a little bit thicker, want to make it a battle. Baldwin and Ramsey, speed guys, but here's Kaib now along the far side, drawing the slide. He'll work it low to Cool. 45 to work with on the shot clock, ample time for this Yale offense. Cool, working his way around the Penn State defense, gets top side. Bulldozing his way through, we'll find Krevsky. Krevsky on fire all afternoon long, splits by Haas. Draws the double before working his way away. Krevsky finds his hands free. Shot saved by Frasian. Rebound out front. Anderson can't quite fire that one. Ground ball picked up by Scarfy. Penn State looking to clear here.
Great ground ball and forced turnover there by the Penn State defense. And Joe Scarfy with a huge ground ball in traffic to get that one up off the ground and get it to his team to get into the clear.
Here's Long. Penn State getting the offensive personnel on the field. Coach Shea screaming at Krevsky on that change there. He couldn't quite get off the field on time. Here's Moore. Pass out front. Can't find Trainer. That ball slowly working its way to the touchline. Long can't save it. Turnover Penn State, and Yale will look to work the other way.
Just an errant pass there by Jake Moore, and had Matt Trainer wide open on the crease, but just was not able to connect as that one goes marked as a turnover for the Nittany Lions.
Here's Bragg working on McVicker. He'll send it low to Cool. Now it's back to Bragg. Hackler and Moynihan on the field as well, and here's Moynihan. Peter Moynihan working down the alley, finds Anderson. He'll spin it one more. Bragg dodging on McVicker, gets topside, hands free, he'll fire. That's blocked out front. Backed up by Moynihan. Yale will restart. 45 seconds on the shot clock. Once again, ample time to work with here. 4:15 on the game clock here in this third quarter. Yale has done a great job of finding offense from multiple places on this field. Here's Brandaw. Working on Ross. Double comes from Scarfy. Cool from X. Out front, Anderson. He scores. Dave Anderson ties his career high with 4 goals this afternoon, and the Yale lead extends back to 4 here.
Great ball movement by the Bulldogs there as they capitalize off of the Penn State aggressive slide. Cool was able to get his hands free at X and find Anderson on the crease, as we see a replay of at the moment.
Anderson, we've talked about it all afternoon, that box background, and it's paid off on every single goal. He's been inside around that crease, whether it was climbing the ladder, the quick stick goal, that second quick stick goal just moments ago, but this Yale offense has been on fire, and it's due in part because of Max Krevsky and Dave Anderson, who both have 4 this afternoon.
Those two have played a major role for this Bulldogs offense. It's two not as necessarily as likely of coming into this game. We were expecting a lot of Matt Brandaw, but excited to see a lot of different offense coming from different positions for the Bulldogs.
Baldwin was tripped up, so Penn State with possession here. It's Malone behind the cage. Working on Pisano. Malone finds some free space, draws a double. Great check thrown there by Stuzen, the former number 6 overall recruit according to Inside Lacrosse in his class, and that's a huge turnover force there by the Yale defense.
A perfectly timed double by that Yale defense, and was just able to catch TJ Malone on an island with no help from his offense, and Yale forced the turnover.
Yale back the other way once again. Flag drawn there. That hit thrown by the Penn State defense draws that carpet, or draws that laundry on the carpet, and Yale will go the EMO once again in this game.
Yeah, the Nittany Lions, I believe that was Matt Costin in the middle of the field there, just got a little undisciplined and gave a little blindside hit to that Yale midfielder, and now they're going on to the man-up opportunity.
Brandaw, the feeder here for this Yale man-up opportunity. Looks 30-second technical there on Costin for a push. Yale will have to work quickly to extend their lead back to 5. Here's Cool near side. Spinning it around, he'll take it back. Now Krevsky and Bragg. Cool low to Kaib. Now Brandaw, back to Kaib. Brandaw, Bragg. Krevsky now low to Cool. Cool looking for an option, finds Kaib to Brandaw. Step down look for Bragg. He can't handle the pass though. Ground ball picked up by Strachan. He's depossessed though, and Krevsky back the other way. Low. Anderson inside. He scores! Dave Anderson tells Will Costin he's too little, and he scores his 5th of the game, but he may be spending some time in the box after that celebration.
Yeah, Yale able to capitalize off of that Penn State turnover. Penn State's defense did a great job of forcing that early one by J.B. Strachan, but then as you were seeing a replay of here, Krevsky just able to take advantage of that extra man, and Cool finds Anderson for his 5th of the game.
Anderson not assessed a penalty for telling Costin he was too little. Baldwin wins the faceoff, and this Yale offense is on fire right now thanks to Dave Anderson. Here's John King, part of that rope unit, able to win that faceoff a few moments ago. Costin back on the field in this first line midfield for Penn State, going back to work. Morin down the alley on Johnson. Will now work the invert. Morin now far side long in front. Malone on his knees. He scores! TJ Malone gets his 4th of the game, and Penn State cuts the lead back down to 4.
As we have talked about early in this game, TJ Malone does not like playing against the Yale Bulldogs, and he is showing it today in this performance. 4 goals, 1 assist so far in this ball game, as he just finds a little opening in that Yale defense and is able to finish that one on the crease.
TJ Malone up to 6 points on this contest. Face off between Ramsey and Mullins at that Nittany Lion logo. Mullins won the clamp, couldn't come away with the ground ball. Here comes Yale the other way. Brandahl working on Ross. It's been a great matchup all afternoon. Alex Ross has done a great job of silencing Matt Brandahl for the most part. Cool on Scarfy. We'll move it along to Kaib. Kaib on John King. 2 short sticks, working that matchup. Kaib, below GLE, he'll pass out front to Krevsky. Now it's Cool, the lefty. Pass out front. Finds Moynihan, saved by Frassian. Rebound out front. Frassian scoops it up. Big stop there from the Penn State defense, Jack.
Yeah, huge stop by that defense to kind of settle this momentum that the Yale Bulldogs had been kind of gaining in the last couple minutes. They had scored 2 big-time goals, and Penn State will look to capitalize on this turnover.
TJ Malone along the far side. You can't see him on the screen, directing traffic, telling his team to slow things down. He wants the right personnel on the field so they can attack here. Costin will send it far side to Morin. Morin loves going down the alley here. 30 seconds on the game clock, 40 on the shot clock. Shot clock not in effect. Penn State would probably look to take the last opportunity here. Morin dodging down the alley, gets a step, draws a slide, finds Long. Long looking for an option out front, has nothing. He'll fire. That one off a few players in front. Penn State regains possession. Closer to it was Morin, 12 seconds on the clock. Now 10, Malone from X. Wrapping around, TJ Malone. Throws a wild backhander, saved by Paquette. Pisano will clear, and that'll do it here for the third quarter action. Yale leads 13-9, but Jack, Penn State clawing back because of TJ Malone. What more do they need to do in the final frame? Final 15 minutes to be just as electric, if not more.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting final quarter of play between these two teams, as this is anyone's ball game with so much time left, and both these teams fighting for this big early season win.
Baldwin wins the face-off. Him and Rodriguez still on the field. Baldwin will roll it over to Haas, go for a change, and wait for the offensive personnel to get onto the field. Penn State, no need to rush anything, plenty of time to get the offense working. They scored 5 goals in succession to start the third quarter. They can do so here. Morin down the alley. Will look to invert from X. Takes a pick from Malone. Now it's Malone on Pisano. Looking to take a pick here from Long. Pick set. Malone draws a double and a flag. Long with his man hung up. That's Pisano. Now Malone. Back to Long. Penn State working the offense. Morin gets his hands free. He'll pass. Costin trying to bully his way through. He scores! Matt Costin off the leg of a Yale defender, and Penn State cuts the lead back down to 3.
Costin gets his second of the ball game on. That looked like it might have trickled in off of a Yale defender, but still, nonetheless, a huge goal for the Nittany Lions just over a minute into this fourth quarter.
13:57 remaining as you see this offensive set once again on the replay. Morin rolling off, gets his left hand free, finds Costin who backs down his defender, fires a shot off Pisano and into the back of the net. Yale still leads 13-10, but as we said moments ago, Penn State scored 5 straight to start the third quarter and can do so once again, and they'll go on the 1-minute man-up opportunity here. Hackler to the box. Baldwin dueling with Ramsey. Face-off won by Ramsey. That's huge for Yale. Penn State needs to force a turnover if they want to have an extra man look here. Paquette in his own cage. Now it's Alexander. Yale looking to clear over the midline. They have 7 seconds to do so. Paquette will just fire it length to length. Nobody knows where that ball is. That's a turnover by Yale. Great ride once again from the Penn State attack, and they'll have 40 seconds here to get this man up started.
Still plenty of time for this first man up unit to get onto the field and get into their system, but great ride by the Nittany Lions.
Penn State getting their personnel on the field. Here's Malone, near side wing. He'll send it low to Long. Back to Malone. Going his way through to get things set up here. Malone to Jordan. Chris Jordan, down low. Brent Fleck. Back to Jordan. Malone, top of the box, quarterbacking this offensive set. Pass inside, Trainer rings it off the crossbar. That shot backed up by Long. Penn State 13 seconds on the EMO opportunity here, or just the EMO. The O stands for opportunity. Brain fart from me. Here's Mercer. To the top, Malone. Back to Mercer. Penn State looking for one good look. Brent Fleck inside. Finds Malone. Top of the box. Feeds down low. Long scores! And he draws a flag. An and one there from Ethan Long, and Penn State cuts the lead down to 2.
Great. It looks like Ethan Long staying down on the field after that one. Might have taken a hit, but still nonetheless, great goal by Ethan Long on that extra man opportunity as he draws a flag for another.
And with that assist, TJ Malone now stands at 10th place all-time in career assists as a Nittany Lion with 68 assists. He's really tied for 9th place with Nick Aponte, who also has 68. Huge face-off once again here as Yale will be back on the man down. This Penn State offense firing on all cylinders. They were slow to wake up. They probably woke up at that halftime break. Coach Tambroni had to have said something to him. Maybe it was Coach Haas, the offensive coordinator, but this Penn State offense has been firing all second half long, and they'll go up on another 1-minute man-up opportunity look here, but they need to win the face-off, Jack.
It's a huge part of it. We saw it at the beginning of that last extra man opportunity. It is crucial for the Nittany Lions to get this one with Colby Baldwin.
Baldwin wins the clamp back to O'Connor. O'Connor quickly drawn on by Brandahl. Great veteran play there by the senior attackman for the Bulldogs, causing that turnover, catching Ryan O'Connor sleeping there off the face-off, and Yale will just kill this off with Brandahl.
Yeah, a little bit undisciplined, not knowing the situation on the field by O'Connor there, but great play by Matt Brandahl and the Yale attackman for forcing that turnover and gaining possession.
25 still left on the extra man. Yale content with just killing everything off here. Brandahl will just likely sit still, wait for this penalty to expire, and then Anderson will come onto the field. And Yale will start its attack with just about 25 seconds on the shot clock here. 3, 2, 1, and that penalty expires. 25 on the shot clock, and Yale will look to attack quickly here. Here's Kai, far side, working on Haas at the Big Ten logo. Kai working down the alley. Sends it low to Cool. Cool out front, Brandahl. Brandahl on Ross. Tries to get topside. Good defense there. Feeds inside Anderson. His shot wide of the cage. 7 on the shot clock. Cool backed that shot up. Yale's got to go quickly here. Cool on Scarfy. Cool works around Scarfy. Gets his hands free. He'll fire. He scores! Carson Cool turns on the afterburners, works around Scarfy, and extends the lead back to 3 for the Bulldogs.
Great play off the restart there, off the missed shot by the Bulldog. As Carson Cool, just as you're going to see a replay of here, just able to get over top of Joe Scarfy, get a couple steps on him, and get his left hand, his strong hand, free over the top for that quick goal.
The way Scarfy was set up, he knew Cool wanted to get that top side. He knows he's a lefty, but he's unable to take advantage of that pre-scout knowledge. Gets burnt, and now the Bulldogs take back that 3-goal lead. Face-off won by Baldwin. Here comes King. John King, far side. Looking for Trainer. Can't quite connect with him. A push in the back there, though, by the Yale defense. That was Xander Martin, and Penn State bailed out from a turnover.
Great play by John King there off of the wing on the face-off, getting that tough ground ball in that scuffle to gain possession for the Nittany Lions.
Warren works the ball low to Malone. Malone dodging on Pisano. Trying to work this two-man game that's been very beneficial for this offense all second half long. Speaking of long, here's Ethan Long, wrapping over GLE. Fires a pass out front to Costin. His shot stopped by Paquette, and Yale will look to clear.
Yeah, great opportunity for Matt Costin there. He got his right hand free, and that right where he wants to be on the field. Just great save by Paquette.
Here comes Kaib, back the other way. He'll shoot. Saved by Frasian. That's a huge stop there early in the shot clock. And Penn State will work it the other way. Long to Malone. Malone flips it off to Long. Working on Pisano. Malone's got a short stick. It's Christian Johnson. And looking here at the wing, Malone may work to just dodge on Johnson, but with Long coming back in near side, Malone draws Pisano once again, so the ball works its way to the other side of the field with Morin. Morin dodging on a shorty, will work his way towards X. Fires a pass out front. Long shot, wide of the cage, backed up by Morin.
Great take and feed there by Jake Morin, finding Ethan Long on that backside. Just unlucky and unable to go.
Malone gets the short stick switch here. It's Monfort. Malone working far side. He'll wrap around. He scores! TJ Malone, 5 goals, 3 assists on the afternoon. And the graduate captain willing his team along once again.
Have a day, 7. Have a day. He's been on fire this second half and essentially all day, clawing this Nittany Lions team back into this one, as now they are only down by 2.
Malone wrapping around, scores over the stick of Paquette. Malone was named to the Tewaaraton watch list at the start of this season for a reason. It's because he is the team's heartbeat. He is the team's heart and soul. Everything that happens on this field or any away field, it's all because of TJ Malone. He's the heartbeat, and he's been that heartbeat all afternoon long for Penn State. Rodriguez wins the faceoff against Baldwin and Yale, with Hackler will look to start the attack once again. Kaib sends it far side. Can't quite tell if that's Krevsky or Bragg. That's Krevsky. He'll spin it down low, and here's Brandow. At X, finds Kaib. Kaib has some time, decides to pass it along. Anderson now, near side wing, working on Costin. Sends it past far side. Kaib, down low to Brandow. Yale content with just spinning things around, waiting for the right matchup. Krevsky working on Haas. Gets top side. He'll pass it along. Brandow on Ross. It's been a great matchup all afternoon. Shot from Brandow. Not the greatest shot selection. Hits the backside of the cage, and Frasian able to scoop up the ground ball. Penn State looking to clear here, Jack.
Great matchup as we've seen today, and great possession by Alex Ross. Brandow gets into Ross here on this one and doesn't have the greatest shot selection, hits the outside of the net, and the Nittany Lions are going the other way with it.
Everybody that we've talked to this week on the Penn State camp have said Alex Ross has been the best player for this team all season long, stepping into the #1 cover role with Jack Posey and Kevin Parnham out. Won Big Ten Defender of the Week last week. He's been excellent guarding everybody's top attackman this season. Here's Malone once again. 3 guys sliding his way. He'll send it low to Long. Ethan Long. Down low. Had Pisano hung up, or that's Wallstrom, apologies. Here's Wallstrom. Slowing things down. He'll send it below the cage to Trainer. Matt Trainer. Working on Hackler. Trainer fires. He scores! Matt Trainer electrifies the crowd and the sideline, and Penn State cuts the lead down to 1. It's a barn burner here at Panzer Stadium, ladies and gentlemen.
A unique thing we've seen so far in this second half from this Yale Bulldog defense is they have been putting a shorty on Matt Trainer, and they did it again on this one. Last year, Trainer matched up with the shorty coming out of the box in New Haven. He had 5 goals. The Bulldogs doing it once again, and Trainer's making them pay.
There were 11 total goals in the first half. In the third quarter, there were 11 goals. Now we have more. Here comes Baldwin off the faceoff. He shoots, saved by Paquette. Rebound picked up by Pisano. Malone riding hard right now. A great look there off the face-off from Baldwin, unable to capitalize as Yale looks to clear.
He had shown to be a threat in transition, having a goal against Stony Brook, but Paquette just came up with a huge save there on Baldwin.
Now it's Bragg, back the other way for the Bulldogs. Working on King, he'll send it far side. It's about time for Dave Anderson or Krevsky to score a goal once again here for the Bulldogs. It has that feeling. Right on cue, here's Krevsky. Passes over to Anderson, down low, it's Cool. Wrapping around, he'll shoot. That one just wide of the cage, backed up though by Brandoff. 38 on the shot clock to work with. 6:45 remaining on the game clock. This game's coming down the wire here from University Park, PA. Brandoff on Ross. Pick set there from Moynihan. Not the best one, so Brandoff will look to reassess things. He'll move it along. Bragg fires, saved by Frasian. Ball is loose, picked up by Brandoff. He's depossessed by Ross. A great time check there from the sophomore defender, and Penn State another chance to clear and a chance to tie here if they do so.
We just talked about it a few minutes ago, and that, again, is another example of why this matchup between Alex Ross and Matt Brandoff has been starred so far in this game. Great stick work by Ross to make that errant pass or knock the ball out of Brandoff's stick.
Here's Morin. Inside, he'll slow things down. One thing to note, Jack Posey did take the warm-up today, but with Posey and Parham out, Alex Ross is becoming a #1 cover guy, and it's going to be hard to keep him out of the All-American conversation if he continues to lock down #1 attackmen on opposing rosters, especially in Big Ten play. Morin feeding out front, can't find Long, but here's Malone. Unable to scoop up the ground ball. Mercer comes to his aid. Now Long. Low to Peden. Peden, formerly committed to Johns Hopkins, but when that coaching staff was fired during the COVID era, he decided to switch up his commitment to Penn State. Now it's Malone. Working on a shorty. Malone loves this matchup. We'll likely see a slide here early from this Yale defense if Malone gets by his guy. That slide does come from Susan. Malone out front, looking for Long. He's crushed in front. Ball depossessed though. Trainer picks it up. Penn State repossesses a fresh 80. 5 minutes on the game clock here, and a timeout is called by Penn State. Jeff Tambroni quickly to see that his team didn't have any options. He needed to slow things down, and with that timeout on the field, we're going to take one up here in the booth. It's been a great contest so far, but you're watching Penn State men's lacrosse here on Big Ten Plus. It's electric here at Panzer Stadium. Yale leads the Nittany Lions 14-13, but this second half has been all Penn State. Hayden Lewis joined by Jack Kiefer. And Jack, on this possession for Penn State, what do they need to do to even up the score?
Yeah, we've seen the last couple possessions with the Nittany Lions. They've really capitalized on the matchups that the Yale defense is giving them, taking up, capitalizing off of short stick matchups, and I expect them to do the same again.
Ethan Long on the invert has a short stick in Montfort. Long, skip pass, Costin, step down. He scores! Matt Costin, too much heat for Paquette. and he evens up the score here from Panzer Stadium, and the crowd has gone berserk.
Mac, we saw him score a lefty goal earlier, something that's not very unique to him, but this is his bread and butter. He got unlimited time and room, as we will see here again. He steps into this one and just, great save initially by Paquette, but it looks like it just got by him and went past the goal line. Maybe snagged a little bit of the net there.
High heat hammer past Paquette. Penn State evens the score. Face-off is won by Ramsey, though. Penn State riding hard all afternoon, trying to force a turnover. That ball picked up by Martin, but it's scooped away by Penn State. Peden finds Malone inside. Saved by Paquette. Backed up by Peden, and Penn State will look to attack with 4.5 on the game clock.
Great play in the ride there. We've been talking about it all game, and it has played such a huge role here for the Nittany Lions as they gain possession back.
Penn State just got screwed out of some time on the shot clock. There were about 75 seconds on it. They brought it down to 60. That should have never happened there. Interesting to look at, but here's Long once again working the invert. Short stick on him. Long slowing things down. That's Jack Oken on him. Long on Oken. Now it's Morin. Morin on Oken. Long will look to set a pick. Morin trailblazing. Draws a triple. Hounded right now by Pisano. He'll back off. 20 on the shot clock here for Morin. He'll work it low to Long. Now it's Costin, inverting from X. He doesn't do this often, but he'll work to that far side. Wrapping around, he fires that one wide of the cage. 9 to work with here if you're Penn State. Ethan Long being directed towards the corner a little bit more. And here he goes. Long over GLE. Great check thrown by Hackler. And Long's down on the field. Yale looking to clear. Here's Hackler. All kinds of time. He'll shoot if he has the opportunity. Has a couple on the afternoon. You can feel the tense air at this stadium right now. It's gone dead quiet for this Yale possession. You could hear a pin drop. Now it's Krevsky working it low. Cool. He's owned this matchup with Scarfy all afternoon. Cool. Sends one up top to Kaib. Kaib dodging on Sweeney. Sends it down low. On the invert, we've got Krevsky on Aldridge. Clearing out of the rest of the Yale attack. Krevsky working from down low. Gets by. He fires. That shot's wide of the cage, backed up by Brandaw. 27 on the shot clock. 2:40 on the game clock. Brandaw on Ross. This matchup has been excellent all afternoon long. Creeping over GLE. It's Brandaw. He'll pass it along. Little split dodge there from Krevsky. Now Kaib, down low. Moynihan. Out front to Krevsky. Bulldodging his way through. His shot, high over the cage, backed up by Cool. 6 on the shot clock here. The Yale midfielders go off for a change. We'll likely just see this ball dumped into a corner if there's no pass out front. Anderson signaling to say, dump this one away. And Cool will do just that. Good stop on defense for Penn State. 2:10 on the game clock, 80 on the shot clock. This possession is huge for Penn State right here, Jack.
Yeah, it's massive for the Nittany Lions to take if they want to take a 1-goal lead in this game. Great possession by the Nittany Lions defense, forcing that shot clock on the Bulldogs offense as they move into the offensive zone, looking to get one on the board.
60 seconds here for the Nittany Lions attack to get something going. It's Morin on that far side. He'll pass it over to Long. Long has been beaten up all game. He's been hit hard, but he's made things happen. Here's Malone, the heartbeat of this offense, working on Pisano. Malone takes a pick from Morin. Works over GLE. Malone fires. Saved by Paquette. Yale needs to clear. 15 of 19 on the afternoon. Johnson working towards that midline. Gets across. Costin breaks a stick. Here comes Johnson. We may see a timeout here from Coach Shea. Brandaw slowing things down. 1:05 on the game clock. 61 on the shot clock. That's a 1 second difference. Yale can hold for final shot here, and they'll likely do so. Kai sends it far side. Krevsky. Now it's Hackler, the captain of this Yale squad. Working on Haas, the captain of this Penn State team. Captain on captain. Time dwindling down. 30 on the game clock and shot clock. Ball sent down low to Cool. Now Brandaw on Ross. Gets top side. Brandaw has some free space. Passes it over. Kaib. Down low. His pass skips away from Cool. Good stop by the Penn State defense. And if they go quickly, they may have a chance here.
Yeah, 18 seconds left on the play clock. If they go fast enough, they can get a clean look on net.
Now 10 seconds here. They may be content with just holding it up. Ross firing from deep. That one misses wide of the cage, backed up by Penn State and TJ Malone, though. 5.8 on the clock here. Malone from X. Wrapping around GLE. Malone. Time never stopped. Timeout was called by Tambroni. Coach Tambroni of Penn State, my apologies here. We're going to keep it up here in the booth right now. Directly behind the goal, so Malone can go either way here. Looks like Long may come to set a pick. TJ Malone on the restart. Works to the left side. Malone wrapping around. He'll fire off the side of the cage, and we'll have overtime here from Panzer Stadium. TJ Malone got an inch of freedom there. Tried to wrap that one around, but hit the near side of the cage. And with that stoppage of play on the field, we're going to send it to a break here. You're watching Penn State men's lacrosse here on Big Ten Plus. To Panzer Stadium. It's 14-14 here, and we've got overtime action. It's 4-minute overtime. Each side has one timeout. Sudden death victory here from Panzer Stadium. Hayden Lewis joined by Jack Kiefer. And Jack, the most important thing in this game is about to happen. It's this face-off. What do you think we'll see?
Yeah, we're seeing Machado Rodriguez versus Kobe Baldwin at the X. Rodriguez has been dominating this matchup so far this game, but this is a crucial face-off in this overtime period that will decide the first possession of the game.
Baldwin scoops it his way, unable to pick up that ground ball. It's mucked up. Machado Rodriguez gets his hands on it. He'll throw it forward. Stuzen stepping down. He'll fire wide of the cage. Jack Stuzen, all kinds of time and space, was the #1 defender in the class of 2020, #6 overall in that class. Had a chance to seal it here at Panzer Stadium, but missed wide. 75 on the shot clock here for Yale. Sudden death victory, anything can happen. Here comes Hackler. He'll move it along. Bragg, step down bouncer. That's wide of the cage, backed up by Cool. 65 on the shot clock now for Yale. Cool. We'll work it around. Yale likely to spin it here, but here's Krevsky. Down low Anderson. Out front to Brandaw. Brandaw and Ross. Today's best matchup so far. Brandaw fires off the post. Backed up though by Yale. Great catch there by Krevsky along that far side. Fresh 60 for Yale to attack with. Downhill dodging, it's Krevsky. He draws a short stick in Aldridge. This is the matchup that Yale wants. Great defense by Aldridge though. Krevsky unable to get his hands free, being hounded by Aldridge. Pass out front. Escapes the Yale attack. Ground ball picked up by Penn State, but turned over momentarily. Fight for the loose ball, picked up by Scarfy, and Penn State needs to clear. They have 10 seconds to do so. Grant Haas leading the way here towards the midline. Haas has to get it over in 3. Haas throws it. That's a turnover. Penn State fails to clear, and the defensive personnel will have to work its way back onto the field. Grant Haas not aware of the shot clock there, thought he had some more time to deal with, but turns it over with a shot clock violation. Hackler still on the field, Bragg still on the field, Kaib still on the field here for Yale. Here's Bragg. Along that far side, working on Haas. An extended offensive possession here for the Bulldogs. This Penn State defense tired. Brandaw working on Ross. Ross trying to get around the pick. Shot from Brandoff, well wide, backed up though by Kibe. The Yale sideline directing traffic, throwing up their play calls. Here's Cool on Scarfy. Cool has owned this matchup this afternoon. He'll pass it along, Bragg. Along that far side, working down the alley on Haas. He'll send it low to Cool. Pass out front, Brandoff. Step down, that's wide of the cage. Backed up by Penn State, Frassian. Showing some effort once again. And now with 80 on the shot clock, Penn State has to cross over the midline by 60, and then they can look to win this game.
That is a second huge effort play by Jack Frassian in net, diving for that ball at the end line to gain possession back for the Nittany Lions as they look to get a game-winning goal on this possession.
Here's Haas on the attacking side of the field. He'll pass it off to Costin. Penn State will likely work things into the box here and maybe call a timeout to set up one look. Morin, far side, working his way down the alley on Kibe. Kibe, the offensive midfielder, hung out right now. Malone at X. Working the two-man game once again, Malone and Long. Now it's Long at X, matched up with Hackler. Long will take the pick, work it back to Malone, and now they have the switch they want. Pass out front, Morin, he scores! Jake Morin climbs the ladder and scores the winner for Penn State. TJ Malone with his 4th assist and 9th point of the game, and they claw back from 7 down to claim victory here on home field. The Nittany Lions once looked like they were out of it, but climbed all the way back to take the win here on home soil. And it's all thanks to TJ Malone, the heartbeat of this team. He drew them back into the game, 5 goals and 4 assists, defeating the Bulldogs, the team he hates most, and Penn State victorious on home field, upsetting the Bulldogs.
We had talked about it earlier in this season. TJ Malone loves to play with Jake Morin. He has always talked about it, and there they showed that chemistry that they have between each other on that game-winning goal.
Penn State, once again, they were down 9-2 at the halftime break. Things were set in the locker room. TJ Malone came back out onto the field and activated the takeover that you would see in the NBA 2K video games. He took over, team takeover, as you see this replay once again. Malone out front, sees Morin wide open. He climbs the ladder and dunks that ball by Jared Paquette to give the Nittany Lions the victory. 15-14 here at Panzer Stadium. Jack, for Penn State, a week from today, they'll be playing Cornell, another Ivy League opponent, another opponent that they need to win. It will help out their schedule, strength of schedule, all that stuff come tournament time down the road in May.